Well, Americans haven't been this worried for almost 20 years, and this is a huge, huge concern. What is happening right now is millions and millions of Americans are looking at the economy, their job, their financial situation, their expenses, and they're wondering, should they make a move? Well, some experts say now is not the best time to make a move, but millions of people say this is something that they want to do, that they need to do. Well, we're going to discuss this in just a moment, explain what is going on and why so many people are a little hesitant to take on the next step and potentially get themselves their dream home or even their dream job. So I'm going to break this all down in just a moment, explain what is going on and what you are likely experiencing as well. So make sure you stick around and watch this entire video. But before I do ask of one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So something very interesting is happening right now in the United States, and many people are a little bit hesitant and skeptical about taking on the next step. Either starting a business, buying a home, buying a car, putting more money into investments, even paying off debt, or taking on a different position even within their current company. There's a lot of people that do not want to make a move because they're worried. Look at this right here. It says, hold on to your desk. Americans haven't been this worried about their jobs since the Great Recession. This was back 17 years ago, where people were concerned. Keep in mind, in the Great Recession, we went from a 5% unemployment rate to I think it was like a 20% or a 10% unemployment rate in, I think it was like September, October, November of 2009, I believe. So again, a lot of issues. But I want to read you this. Look at this right here. It says, you know the sensation when something feels off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. That sensation of, I don't feel so good about this, even though this is a little fuzzy. That's the state of work for many people right now. So if you're a little uneasy about the job market, you're not alone. Somebody reached out to me probably a week or so ago. So kind of the middle of March. But what they were asking was something very simple. They had a little uneasy feeling about their employer. Their boss was acting a little shady. He wasn't always into work, right? Things were a little odd. Well, fast forward just a couple days ago, I get a response, okay? And the boss that was acting shady ended up taking on a different position with a rival company. As the boss left, multiple employees left as well. And this person that had this uneasy feeling, well, they're kind of stuck because now everybody left to the rival company. The company that they were at was, or still is at right now, that company is probably going to go under because everybody left. The key pieces left. That's the issue we're facing right now. Okay? So a lot of people don't want to take on a new job. I get it. But at the same time, if this is happening, right, if you see your company, your business is starting to go under, don't be the captain that goes down with the ship. Okay? You may have to jump ship early. Let me read you this. This person wrote to me and says this, and I quote, after 3 months of interviews and meetings with one of the biggest and best law firms in the city, I was offered a position. Finally. I really want to take it, but I'm concerned that I am leaving something stable to go after the possibility of higher pay and greater resources. Am I foolish if I don't take on this position? This is what we've been getting. You may have been offered a new position. You may have got some type of response, or somebody's come to you to try to pull you and poach you from your company to go somewhere else. You're going to see that. But based off what experts are saying, you should never leave the comfortability of your current position to go find something different. Now, here's the reason why I'm showing you this though. Okay, I want to read this to you. It says, the economy's felt like the other shoe is about to drop for quite some time. Now, there was the euphoria of the Great Resignation, the post-pandemic era where workers had a lot of temporary power and did some job hopping. That gave way to the confusing negativity of the Vibecession, when Americans said the economy was terrible, even though, on paper, it was good. And despite their negativity, consumers kept spending like it was good too. Then we got to the big stay, where workers decided to stick to what they were doing, whether they were happy about it or not. Sentiment picked up a bit after the 2024 election, when people thought a Trump 2.0 economy would look as rosy as they remembered Trump 1.0. But now the bad vibes are back. Workers are not feeling great about the labor market or their own jobs. The big stay has transformed into the big cling to your desk, suck up to your boss, be seen in the office. Yeah, that's exactly what is happening. Now, here's the problem. Everybody is just clinging on to what they have, right? Just hoping that it doesn't go away. And maybe it doesn't, maybe it does. We don't know. But here's what I can tell you. Millions of Americans right now are just holding on to the little bit of hope that their job is going to stick around. We are seeing so many signs. There are CEOs and executives that are coming out and saying that, yes, we are going to lay people off. It's just a matter of time. And then once these tariffs go into effect, especially for all industries, this is going to impact millions of people. Okay? Hundreds of thousands of small businesses are going to feel the pain. But I want to read you something. This is something else that somebody wrote to me. And I felt this because this is exactly what is going on. Listen to this. This person wrote to me and said, and I quote, "My wife and I almost achieved the American dream. We were just days away from buying our first and dream home, but ended up backing out of the deal. Payments were only going to be about $3,800 per month, as we were putting down roughly 50%. But after everything that I have read, I didn't feel comfortable shelling out hundreds of thousands of dollars when we may need that soon. It seems like companies are laying people off left and right. If I don't have a job, then I will need this money later on. But it just sucks that we were so close to achieving the American dream and had to walk away." Yeah. In this current economy, you are going to get opportunities. You're going to get there's going to be great deals on real estate, on vehicles, on timeshares like vacations. You're going to see great offers for different positions within companies, and it's up to you. You have to decide what's best for you and your family. All I can tell you right now is that what people are saying right now is that this economy looks very much like the 2006 economy. That there are signs where things are going to eventually crash. Now, we're not going to see the real estate crisis like we did before, but it could be a more financial crisis. It could hit the economy all in one. So just understand right now is the time to be prepared. Because look at this. Consumer confidence is sliding as Americans' view of their financial futures slump to a 12-year low. Yeah, Americans are not extremely confident about this economy yet, but we'll see what happens moving forward. Just wanted to share this with you because I know a lot of people are somewhat skeptical about what's going to happen. Is the economy going to be better? Is it going to be worse? We don't know. We're going to find this out together, but the one thing I can promise you is I will be here every step of the way, and I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.